South Commerce City.
Thank you for calling the Walmart Global Ethics Helpline. For service in English, please press 1.
Maintain confidentiality. This call is being answered by Global Compliance, an independent third-party provider. This line is available to Walmart associates, customers, and suppliers. Please listen to all options before making your selection. If you are calling for the number to your regional office, please press 1. If you have questions regarding the coaching policy, associate transfer policy, scheduling, or the hiring process, including rehire process, please press 2. If you have questions regarding customization or would like to discuss your shopping experience, please press 3. If you have a question or need guidance regarding Walmart's Statement of Ethics, or would like to report a violation of Walmart's Statement of Ethics, please press 4.
I guess they
We
got
are here to document your concerns or requests for guidance as they pertain to the Statement of Ethics. We will ask you a series of questions related to the facts surrounding your concern or question. From this interview, we will create an actionable report to be sent promptly to your company for investigation. Calls are not recorded or traced.
what? That's a good idea. Actually, safe. You need to reintroduce our staff.
Would you like to file a new report or follow up on an existing report?
Yes, I just needed to follow up on an existing report. Add a very important detail that I missed.
Report number and PIN?
Sure. Number is WMT-1702-3247, and the PIN is 9117. I'm sorry, what was that?
Just one moment while I pull the report.
Oh, sure. Thank you very much. Yes. A lot happened, so we're just calling back to make sure all the details are in that I feel absolutely need to be in. This is probably the only fact left I can think of. But, so if you look through the report there, it talks about how I was detained for not showing my receipt, and I was eventually arrested when they thought I shoplifted, and I didn't. I showed my receipt at the very end. This is probably the number one reason why I did this type of sting, or whatever you want to call it. I knew my rights, basically. But at the very end of the documentation here that you guys were writing down, I tried to explain that it's kind of a systematic or systemic policy issue across different Walmarts and stuff. And so the real disturbing fact, the thing that I needed to make sure gets most in this complaint at the end here, is that while I was being detained in the double door area of Walmart in New York City, while they did their investigation, since let's just put it this way, since they're not supposed to be doing detaining for investigations for receipts in the first place, none of the employees there knew what to do once this happened. And so while I was being detained, some of them are frantically going and doing their own little investigations. But the most disturbing fact is that it looked like they were not letting other other customers leave the store either. And so I don't know how many people knew that they didn't need to show their receipts, but basically while I was being detained there right in front of everybody at the exit, basically a line started to form, and they were checking every single person's receipt on the way out. And so it almost looked like they were detaining the entire store, not letting anybody go, because they saw that I didn't show my receipt, And so I saw at least 5 people waiting in line behind a store employee at the exit before me. And I feel as though this policy has just gotten so convoluted and so not documented by people that they felt like that was appropriate. And so obviously not. The whole point is you're not supposed to physically hold someone against their will for not showing a receipt. And they were effectively detaining anybody exiting at that point. So if you can find a way to word that at the very end, that basically there were other people being held potentially against their will, forming a line at the door with a receipt greeter there, processing them. So sorry for all the formalities and words and stuff. It's very silly.
They detain other employees.
But yeah, they detain other. We think they may have not detained, but basically, yeah, we think nobody on the customer side knew their policy rights there, and no one on the employee side knew their policies there either. And so because they saw me, they started just going with, oh, we got to detain everybody now. And so, just wanted to make that note.
While he was being detained, the line began to form while employees checked every customer's receipt. Williams saw at least 5 customers waiting in line. It does not appear to know the policy began detaining the customers.
Again, you guys are fantastic when you summarize these things. That's exactly what I was trying to get across. Thank you very, very, very much. Hopefully, I'll stop needing to call you here.
Give us a call anytime. Correct. Get this added in right away.
Awesome. Thank you very, very, very much. Have a good night, guys. Bye.